I'm starting now.
We recording, we live.
That's it.
We in here.
Yeah. Lulu, what you say?
Lulu's frozen.
Yeah, he's currently occupied, if that makes sense.
I know, but right now. Countries are mourning, but we not mourning. We out here every day. We out here. We providing all of this content, and we're gonna do what we do. Go ahead, hit the subscribe button. Send it to a couple of friends. They may be going through it right now. You don't know what they're going through in their life. They may need a little laughter in their life. Or
everybody going through it right now.
Just share that button. The share that button. Well, no, wait. I meant going through it like in terms of like just in life in general. I'm
That's what I'm saying.
About her.
No.
Oh, okay, cool.
What you mean her? I'm talking
her,
about
Nick. You know who it is.
I know who it is, bro. I said people going through it. I'm going through it. Everybody going through it.
Hey, like Kendrick Lamar said, man, I've been going through some. You know what I mean? Sad about that. But listen, this video, we will be talking about the top 3 strikers in the Premier League right now. I feel like with Haaland coming into the Premier League, it's kind of brought like a little swagger to the Premier League now. You know what I mean? Like forwards that the whole of Europe can fear with the addition of Haaland. I feel like that was a little bit lacking in the Premier League. So, in this video, we're going to discuss who we feel it's going to be in the top 3.
Are we going to count? Are we going to count wingers, or are we talking just strikers?
Goal scorers.
No,
goal scorers.
Goal scorers. Goal scorers. I should say goal scorers. Goal scorers.
Defenders. If you score enough goals,
damn, that's hard now.
Sadio Ramos.
Don't run away now.
Now it's hard.
I just want to say, right?
Go on.
All I ask is let's make objective decisions. Like let's make objective. And if people are making point, let's be serious and let's have realistic, objective debates. No fondling of the conversation. You know what I'm saying?
I thought we were just talking about strikers. Shit.
Nah, we just talking about top 3. So,
I mean, we can jump into strikers. We can do strikers.
Nah, that's fine.
And BK, stick to your point. Stick to your guns, man.
That makes no sense, bro. That makes no sense. How can I stick to my guns when we've added wingers and that into the scenario?
Let's just do strikers. Let's do strikers.
Let's do strikers. All right, let's do strikers.
Because I'm trying to see something. Oh.
No one's. So wait, speak your truth. Tell me what you see.
Me?
Yeah, because you were singing, because I kind of see something. What do you see?
Well, what I see and saw was that before the podcast started, y'all had a very interesting discussion going on, and I thought it was very intriguing. And I wanted the viewers to also hear and see what it is that you guys are talking about. And you guys were talking about Mitrovic. Mitrovic came up in the conversation, and BK was saying that. But I don't really want to speak for both of y'all, but pretty much Mitrovic was the source of the topic, whether Mitrovic could potentially end up in the top 5, right?
Let me start. Yeah. So my thing is that I'm saying that the question is, can Mitrovic make the top 3 strikers in the Premier League? And I'm saying that obviously, yes, he can be there. Everybody has a chance of being there at the beginning. But if we speak in a realistic sense, I don't think he's going to be in the top 3 because, one, the team he plays for is not going to allow him to be there, right? He doesn't have the players around him that's going to allow him to be in the top 3. Also, Mitrovic is a great player, but if within the circumstance he and the things around him, he needs to be an exceptional talent to be in the top 3 top goal scorers. So if you add all that up, I don't think he's gonna be there. And also, I think there's 3 strikers that are better than him, with better teams around him that are gonna be in that top 3, meaning that he's not gonna make that top 3. So that's my point, and I stand by that. I think Mitrovic is not gonna score enough goals to be in the top 3 position. I'm sorry.
Top 3. Okay, and Becky, how you feel about this? Mr. BK.
It's hard for me to believe that when you know, we're a couple games into the Prem. He's shown that he can keep up with the pace. You know, he's even though when his team lose, he's the one still scoring the goals. I find it hard to believe that Marco Silva wouldn't make his team around Mitrovic to provide for him to score goals. I don't believe that. And plus, I think you're talking to someone who has a point to prove in terms of when they came back, all the stories was, can he score the goals like they need him to? Can he not flop like he did the last time he was here? So all them things in his mind. And on top of that, if we're talking about
the motives.
Yeah, and if we're talking about attackers right now, apart from Haaland and Kane that we've named, what other attacker has started off the season as good as him? Ivan Toney, yeah. That's one other attacker I can think of that started the season as good as him. So and remember, when you say top three, you have to, like I said, context is key. We're talking about top goal scorers, for the season.
Right.
That was where our conversation started. And
100%.
I said it is unfair to rule him out just because of the team he plays for. Because he needs to score 15 goals for his team to stay up. If he doesn't get the goals, just like the last time, they will go down. Because you say they don't have the players, which is exactly why his goals are the most important thing in that team. Like, if he don't score the goals, who else will? Nobody. Like, as in terms of his quality of like output, bruv. No one else is gonna score. And even recently, Fulham just got Willian, so clearly he's getting more creative players to provide for Mitrovic. Because the thing about Mitrovic, create the chances for him. 3 of them, he will bag one. And if he's on a good day, he can bag 2. So, and I still think that he can finish third in the top goal scoring. It's not something that I don't believe that it won't happen unless he gets some crazy injury, whatever, which I don't think that will happen. But if that don't happen, injury free,
top 3.
So
injury free, and remember he's playing 1 game a week.
Mom, what's your take on that? I want to hear Mom.
Yeah, I mean, Mitrovic is not. I mean, you guys are talking about like mostly the creativity around him, but I think one of the things he has as a striker is his ability to create for himself.
Yeah,
so he kind of can kind of create something out of nothing in a sense. But both of you have good points though. Like, yeah, has a good point. I mean, the season.
You see, they both have good points. That's all.
Yeah, both of you have
a little.
Because
I'm serious.
It's kind of like the whole Arsenal thing, right? Like people were saying like Arsenal weren't really tested in the first few games, so they were, they weren't playing like really stable or solid teams, or I don't know, in a way. And now we've seen like they come across Man U, which is not even like Man U's kind of like on a come up right now, and they struggled. You see what I'm saying? So
whoa! Pick your words. We didn't struggle. Relax.
I say struggle. Like, that's what I'm saying. They win the game.
I don't know about struggle.
I
just say we didn't win.
Struggle.
Yeah, you didn't win.
We didn't win.
Right. Yeah. So my point here,
man, Man's a grown-ass man, bro. That's a grown-ass man. He can say what he wants, bro. Let the man speak.
That's fine, but we didn't struggle.
Yeah, you did. Well, you did struggle to score.
Yeah, exactly. Let the man
struggle. How did we struggle to score?
He only scored 1 goal. He scored more goals than you guys.
If you score 1 goal, you struggle to score.
You struggle to score.
We move.
Yeah, my point here being like
we move.
There will be times in the season where it will be tough for Fulham. Like when every team is like settled down, settled there in their like bag, it will be tough. But now,
would you say Fulham is a much better team when they came up? Do you say now they're a better team?
Oh no, they're much better team right now.
Than when one time when they came up. So I mean,
that was 3 years ago.
He had like what? Did he have like 40 goals?
3 years ago, yeah.
46
in the championship.
36 goals in the championship. 46 goals.
He had 46 goals.
Yes, he was scoring ridiculously. That's what I'm saying. So
he beat Ivan Toney's record that he set last year I mean, sorry, the year before that. Sorry.
Scored a lot of goals in the championship. So he's a goal scoring machine.
I mean,
don't get me wrong.
yeah, you gotta give him credit for that. Yeah.
Yeah, but top 3, I mean, that's a tough, even top 5.
I mean, okay. So who can beat him? I'm interested in this conversation. Now I'm a join along.
If Marcus Rashford has this season, yeah, Haaland has it.
What's it called?
No, but we said Haaland and Kane already.
Yeah, Haaland and Kane already, right?
Yeah.
I'm saying Jesus is in the conversation.
Yeah,
Jesus. I mean, Jesus has never scored 46 goals.
No. No one's gonna score 46 goals.
Prem, bro. Exactly. Like, yeah.
We're talking about Prem,
but
bro.
Have we ever seen Jesus score like 20 goals minimum? I'm just saying his career, dog. Like, have we seen Jesus score more than 20?
Neither have we seen Mitrovic, though.
Mitrovic scored 3 goals.
Mitrovic just scored 46
in championship, bro.
Oh, I'm talking about football career. Like, I'm just talking about football in general. Football in general. Has Jesus ever scored 20 goals? He played in Brazil. Did he score 20 goals? You know, I'm asking. I'm trying to figure out something.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think so.
It's
so that's why I'm like,
bro. It's different now, bro. He can score that goals in that Arsenal team with him being the focal team player.
I don't think top 5 is like,
I mean,
it's impossible for Mitrovic. Don't get me wrong. I don't think it's possible.
No,
who was Arsenal?
No, but my whole point was I believe he can make top 5. My point is, don't not rule him out for even going even higher.
Yeah, and that's what I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure out why we shouldn't rule him out so quickly. I'm trying to get to the bottom of it.
The reason we're gonna rule him, the reason we're gonna rule him out is because there's 3 players that are better than him and in better teams than him. So he automatically, numbers wise, bro, if you're picking top 3, and that's the point I was trying to make. If you're picking top 3, you can't pick 5 players. You got to pick 3 players and only 3. And only 3. And if you have to only pick 3 players, Mitrovic is most likely not going to be there, bro.
I mean, right now, he's not even top 10 of the highest goal scorers right now. Oh, actually, he's second. Sorry.
He's second. Yeah, I was about to say, he scored.
Yeah, he's second.
Yeah.
Right now, the highest goal scorer, he's second after Haaland. So, yeah, he has a good start, but like, would he
maintain exactly?
Maintain
like, is he going to have a...
Who's 3 guaranteed players better than him?
Right now?
Yeah. Harry Kane, for sure.
Who's the 3 guaranteed better?
Harry Kane is 1.
Harry Kane, Haaland. I'll put Ivan Toney ahead of him. I'm not saying Haaland, Toney is 3rd. I'm saying I'm putting Ivan Toney ahead of Mitrovic.
You can even throw Zaha in there, bro. Even Zaha has a conversation. Zaha can have a good season this season.
I'm putting Ronaldo, bro. I'm putting Ronaldo top goals. Like he's in there top 3, bro. I'm sorry.
Of course.
I don't know about that.
I'm sorry.
We'll see.
That's how I feel.
Mom, don't do that about we'll see, man. Don't do that.
What did Ronaldo do last season, though?
Don't do that.
Like 15.
What he did last season, though?
Yeah.
How many goals you have? 18?
Nah,
15?
because you don't co-sign this guy's shenanigans, bro.
No fact. Yeah, this is the wrong shenanigans.
It's not shenanigans, bro. Look what he did. Look what he did last season.
Yeah, because
last season you were starting.
Because he played every game last year, bro.
Yeah,
it's only a couple of games. He's getting match fit.
I mean,
he might start tomorrow.
Bro, if you preyed your game against us, he subbed on Martial before he subbed on Ronaldo, bro.
Nah, Martial
did he? He did.
He didn't do Martial.
I didn't say he played. I didn't say he played. I said he subbed him on.
All right, I'm confused.
Check.
But look,
that means he plays, right?
Martial didn't play though.
Look, but Mitrovic is a great player. Mitrovic is a great player.
You mean Liverpool?
Yeah.
Bro, listen. He didn't play, bro. Just leave that point alone. Mitrovic is a great player, but if I'm picking top 3, my top 3 is gonna be Kane. Now, if I'm just with the shits, I'm gonna say Ronaldo ahead of Haaland. This nigga just, I feel like
say what you want.
Because God save the queen. You know what I'm saying? Where's the queen? Let me pull out. Let me pull out. You know what I'm saying? Right here. So I'm saying I think Kane, Haaland, and Ronaldo, bro. And that might change. Ask me again during the season. That order might change. But that's how I feel.
Haaland, Ronaldo.
Yeah, and I think Mitrovic is gonna be 6. Like, okay, I think Mitrovic is gonna be. I think Ivan Toney I think Ivan Toney might be 4th. I like the Isak kid, man. I like the way he moves, and he looks like he's a proper finisher.
Yeah, he's a
You
finisher.
know, so depending on that, I might see where he's at. And Aubameyang too. Like Aubameyang's a weird one too, bro. I don't know. I just feel like if it clicks with Chelsea, he can get goals. But I don't know. I'm trying to watch how that Chelsea move's gonna wake for him, because him and Sterling might be a good partnership. You know what I'm saying? They can interchange, and that can cause defensive problems because they have that type of shot where they can bend it, or Haaland can. I mean, not Haaland. Aubameyang can run in. So if it clicks, it can click. But I'm not sure. But I don't think Mitrovic is gonna carry this form throughout the season. Also, I think his goals gonna dry out when the team's playing bad, and when it's just not gonna work, bro. It's just not gonna work.
I feel like because Premier League, it's always that wild card, that surprise package that no one saw during them goals. We've seen it. Historically, we've seen it with Michu and all these just random wild cards. I can see why Mitrovic, he could be up in the top 3. I sat down and listened to all the guys you guys mentioned, Haaland, Harry Kane. I feel like those are the only 2 that is just for sure who score more than him. Mitrovic could challenge Ivan Toney for the top goal scorer. He already beat him in the championship for it, so I don't see why he can't not come and beat him in the Premier League for 2 at the same time. So I'm gonna go with Mitrovic. But it's hard to put him in the top 3 though. But the wild card, yeah, he could be a wild card.
I'll say top 5 is possible for sure. I don't know about
top
3.
5 was.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Top 5 is possible, but not top 3.
Top 3, man, that's a lot. Yo, Son hasn't even hasn't even started.
That's my point, bro.
No,
a lot of things have to go
said.
right.
No, but that's
a lot of things have to go right.
No, but that's what
Salah could do
no, listen. That's why I said, are we talking about strikers or are we talking about attackers?
Attackers.
But then if you're talking about strikers, I can say for sure he's gonna be in that top 3. But if you just say attackers, then are you not forgetting? Then there's players like Bakayo, there's players like Anthony, there's players like what's his name? MSN.
If Saka scores more goals than Mitrovic, we should delete this episode. We shouldn't even talk about Mitrovic, bro.
Yeah, I don't know if Saka gonna score more goals than Mitrovic.
If Saka scores more goals than Mitrovic.
I'm just naming players.
He's saying like if it's like attackers, like it's a bigger pool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nah, I understand that, but
you might need to relax, bro.
But not Mitrovic, bro.
Bro, Bakayo's scoring more goals than Ronaldo this year.
Saka, Saka is like
look. I say that, and then he don't say nothing to that. He don't say nothing to that.
It's like you saying Lulu's gonna score more goals than Ronaldo this year, bro. I don't gotta respond to that, bro.
That makes sense. I can score more goals than Ronaldo.
On the Sunday League?
Yeah, exactly.
What team you put me in, man? What team you put me in? You know what I mean?
The Fulham team. The Fulham team.
Nah, I can't help Fulham.
About Castle. You got Saint Maximin on the left.
Your boy.
I need Prime Ozil behind, and Odegaard, 2 of them behind, and Kevin De Bruyne playing right back.
Yo, how much assists you trying to get? You trying to get the ball on a plate with a fork and knife?
I need tap-ins, pure tap-ins. That's it. Pure tap-ins. That's it.
I ain't having that, bro.
Just remember I said that, yeah.
Saka will score more than Ronaldo. Hey, listen, that's a brave statement. Is that another bet?
Then I'm here, fam.
He ain't ready for that one.
What you mean you ain't?
He's not backing down. He's not backing down.
He get talking, bro. Actually, I'm not gonna validate that point by even responding.
Bro, listen, it's a gentleman's bet, innit? Take it or leave it. Ronaldo
has scored more goals than Saka has fucking jerked off in his life, bro.
Oh, pause. That's a pause.
This guy is, you know, there was like what?
Oh my god!
Like what?
If you acknowledge that it's a pause, then it is a pause.
I'm just trying to say, bro.
Days.
So I ain't trying.
Out of everything, I could afford.
I thought it was a haircut. Like, God damn, that's all. Nigga, he did a lot.
That sounded crazy.
You guys, you deserve this background. Come on now, come on. That's crazy.
That is wild.
All right, next topic.
Next topic. You better take it away. This is all you, buddy. This is your space.
Listen,
You created this space.
Graham Potter. Graham Potter.
There we go. There we go. You gotta step in the front. You gotta take it away. It's so funny, yo. Oh shit. Y'all gotta subscribe to this shit, man. This shit hilarious. Fucking hell. Yeah, I'm trying to drive.
I was trying to talk about the Graham Potter thing too, man. Like,
I'm glad I weren't drinking water when you said that, fam.
That Graham Potter thing, like, I'm curious. I was listening to Talksport, and I don't know the stats properly, but they were saying that there was a run where Graham Potter last season had a bad run, and he was actually, looking at us like, does he really have it? Is he really that good? And I understand I understand that the signing, but I don't know. It's one of those that you really look at it and looked at his career in detail and like, okay, you're ready for that role. It's kind of giving me a little bit of feels of like the Lampard situation, but a little bit. Graham Potter has a bit more experience, and he's probably done it a bit more than Lampard.
And he's actually won a league as well.
Sure.
I know it's not a major league, but he's actually won a league somewhere.
They
won,
like,
I think, Sweden or somewhere.
They were like in the third.
When I brought Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's winning method for Norway's top division team, I wasn't trying to hear
context.
I don't care. There's no context in this.
Bro,
when I try to bring
context is there's big context. Let's add context to it. Because Malmo, the team that he won for, what's the team Ole won for? Malmo? Is it Malmo?
Yeah.
Mulder.
And Big is agreed.
Yeah, if I don't know, Malmo is the same thing, bro.
DK, this is the Factz podcast. Factz.
Same way they think, yes, bro. Same way they think because you're African, you're from Nigeria, fam. It's the same, fam. Let's move on.
Nah, I correct them. Don't tell me I'm from Nigeria. I'm from Gambia. Nah, but what's it called? With what's it, Molde? What the fuck we from? Molde. With Molde.
He's not from Molde. He's from Christensen, but he managed Molde.
Okay, so Molde is an established team in this country in Sweden. It's an established team, whereas the team that
Oli was the first one to win with them. So
but it's an established team in Sweden. Like they're in the top flight, maybe like top 10, whatever, right?
Bro, it's an established team in Europe, bro.
It's an established team. I know, like Molde, like even if I'm there, you know what I mean. So it's an established team. But with Graham Potter, the team that he won it with, they were in the third division, or I think fourth division, whatever the fuck division it was, years before, and he brought them up. So each year he kept going up.
The way
up, and then he won like the first division with them.
You guys threw a statement away, not because of his achievement, but you said that the Norway, that shit does not count because of the league. So I'm not trying to hear all these steps you're talking about. If you
they both don't count. Like they both don't
let's
count.
Not bring it up.
Comparing the two, no. If we compare the two, it's context in what we're saying. Like, yeah, they both don't count, but if you're looking at both of them, Graham Potter has had a bigger achievement in that it don't matter leagues. He's had a bigger achievement.
Only won a treble, so he can't have a bigger achievement.
Wow.
But
yeah, let's move on. Let's keep it on to management.
With the Graham Potter thing, is another thing is like I feel like the British media really gave
man was probably 3 years old when that happened, bro. And then man is telling
I swear he came off the bench. I think he came off the bench, yo.
He won the game. He won it. Yeah.
I was gonna say. I think I did see a clip of when you lot won it against someone, and Ollie had his bib on. He wasn't even warm. He was cold, fam.
He scored the goal. He was cold, fam. That's what I'm saying. But the Graham Potter thing, I'm curious about it because, like, I mean, he might do well, bro. But there's gonna be a level of scrutiny he has to handle. He has to handle the players. The way you manage a Brighton team is completely different to now Chelsea. You got to deal with the egos. You got to deal with the big players not playing. I mean, you guys sign all these players. How is he gonna want? You guys have a lot of players that he may not want to play. Silva, Fofana, fucking what's the other guy? Koulibaly. What happened with Cucurella? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the situation with that? So he has to be able to manage all these personalities, and they may not respect him also. You know, you look at a Thomas Tuchel. Thomas Tuchel came at Chelsea with a little bit of authority. Like he came and he's that guy. Like, you know, he had a little bit of respect. But Brighton, I mean, Graham Potter,
They respect this.
if things go a little bad, a couple of bad games, you know, someone starts doing someone starts throwing a fit, you know, you bench a Thiago Silva because you're like, you know what? I don't want to expose my team like that. Thiago Silva, you got to sit down. Problem. He has to manage that. The scrutiny comes back when the media start making him he's the darling signing. Everything turns bad on him. How does he handle that? So I don't think it's going to be all roses with Graham Potter, and he has to demonstrate he can do it. So I'm not sold on the signing just yet, bro. I'm not sold on it because that's a new team.
I mean, that's fair. You can't really argue that. That's fair. I mean, you can, but you can't really argue at the same time.
No, I think he'll take a minute, but I don't see him kind of struggling because he would have, like, the one thing about him is it's about his first
Philosophy.
Impression.
Oh,
well, that too, but his first impression. Like, I hear
Factz.
what you're saying, but you know, if he comes in, stamps his authority quickly, it don't matter. Like, you know, they will have to respect him because at the end of the day, he's going to pick who's going to start for his team, and I expect him to maybe the first 2-3 games to see like a different Chelsea team here and there, just so he can kind of, you know, get a feel of who he wants to keep playing. It's like you lot when Ten Hag came. Obviously, it's not the same moment, but he had a pre-season. But you saw your first 2 games, he kept it the same. But then when the results weren't good, he said, "Okay, I need to actually put my mark on it," and it has to be the same way. He has to not be afraid to change it for Chelsea to be better. Because if he don't change it, he won't know who he actually trusts in his system and how he likes to play.
Also, the other positive, like I feel like with his transfers, he has his whole coaching staff with him.
Yeah. He brought everybody, bro.
Everybody. Nigga, the grass man, nigga, everybody come. Everybody.
Hey, could you imagine being the grass man? Be like, love, we're moving to London.
We're moving to London. London town, you know.
Love, we're moving to London.
We gotta keep that grass at 30 millimeters, man. You know what I'm saying? He got his whole coaching staff, so that will like make it even more an easier transition. You know what I'm saying? But about the player ego thing, Chelsea do have big name players and big signings, to be honest. So
I mean, do we really have big egos?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
They don't have big ego. No, they have big players.
Do we really have big egos? I think they're dumbasses.
Aubameyang is one.
Nah, he's not. I don't think. He's not. I don't think Aubameyang's ego.
Come on, you don't have a big ego player. You don't have a lot.
What do we mean by ego when we say ego? Like, what definition?
A big personality.
Players that if you don't pick them, they'll throw a fit. Like they won't probably perform as much. I don't think Chelsea.
And BK, BK has Aubameyang has he shown this when at Arsenal? Did he show to have this?
Nigga didn't show up in training, nigga.
I mean, that wasn't enough for not playing.
No,
I thought that was just
no.
I thought that wasn't for him not playing. I thought that was just for him just
No, him getting dropped. I would say it had to do with his performances, but as a player, getting dropped by your performances because of your performances isn't why you should throw a fit. Let's be real. If you ain't playing well, you don't deserve to play. Simple as. But it's not. And if you look at other, like everyone says, like Mohamed, I would disagree because if anything, the Arsenal experience would have humbled him. If anything, if you experience that as a man, because if you experience that as a man and you have a chance to come back to the Premier League, wouldn't you not realize like, yo, I can't make the same mistakes? And it could not even be big mistakes, but he can't make the small same mistakes. So I don't think.
I
plus the owners call him to guarantee
not even
him
that. And with Abba's personality, he doesn't seem like he has that kind of personality in him. I don't know. I don't
think Aubameyang is going to be the big decision. I think the big decision is really going to be Thiago Silva.
Yeah, that might be the big decision.
I think that's the big decision because I don't think Graham Potter's gonna the 3 at the back. I don't think he's gonna keep that.
He plays it though.
He does play 3 at the back too at Brighton, and he mixes up with the tactics. But it is a big decision whether I do continue in the back 3 or go to back 4. That will be the big decision. Well, I mean, if Tom Bolly is showing me the 4-4-3-3 board, then
Nah, he
4-4-3.
4-4-3. You know what I mean?
Nah, do you know what? I think you might be right because remember before Cucurella left, he played him in a 3, innit, as the left centre back.
The left centre back, yeah.
I think if you look at that midfield, and if you think about it, if he does do that, you can kind of switch to a 4 in game tactically, and you know,
in game modes, yeah.
There's certain,
But wait,
so I think
but Thiago Silva could play in a back 4 though too at the same time. It's not like completely off.
Nah.
I really think because what's it called? If Dunk can play in a back 4 with Brighton, and what's his name? What's the slow guy from? The slow guy from Newcastle. What's his name? The guy from Newcastle, the tall guy.
Chris Wood.
Nah. I'm not having this one.
The centre back from Brighton, tall.
Yeah, fuck.
I know who you're talking about, but nah.
What's
his name?
I know you're talking about.
I'm not gonna say it because I'm not having it. Honestly.
Brighton or Newcastle?
Yeah, he used to play for Brighton and now he's in Newcastle. He was one of their first signings. He came in January.
Yeah. Shit. What's
Dan Burn.
Dan Burn.
Burn.
I don't even know why we're helping him.
I was muted when I was saying Dan Burn the first time.
Oh, nah, we couldn't hear you. What's it called? But yeah, if Dan Burn can play in a back 4, I don't think it's far-fetched with Thiago Silva. And plus, like what Nyai said, we don't know how Mitrovic left Brighton. They could have some. They may not be sweet. But I do feel like he was still. You know what? This is interesting, bro. I don't know what the fuck he's gonna do. Whether he's gonna start Chelsea or not is just interesting. I just didn't expect Chelsea to be in this position where we're thinking about like a new manager and shit like that. Like I do feel like we should give Tuchel a slight bit more of a chance. But at the same time, too, all these reports coming out, they may be true, may not be true, but they're saying reports that they fell out even way before, like in preseason and shit. I did think it was weird. The Arsenal game, the 3-0, the post conference after the game, that was a little bit weird in the things he was saying. He was revealing a lot of shit, and from there it was just down. And also they were saying like with the silence too, like I don't know, they were just saying that Tuchel was hard to deal with. That
he is hard to deal with.
That was the premise of the whole shit. He was just hard to deal with.
I think he's actually hard to deal with. Like he's like one of those. He's very precise in his methods. So if you know, it's either his way, it's either his way or the highway. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's one of the challenges with dealing with someone like Tuchel. He will give you results, but you also got to bend somehow, you know, or kind of meet halfway at least.
Yeah.
And if you look at,
I think the big clash was when it was time to look for a technical director.
Yeah,
and Tuchel didn't want to be involved in that.
Yeah.
Right. And with the new owner, they're trying to bring in a method where it's like because that's the old school style of doing where, you know, there's a technical director, manager, you know, blah, blah, blah. Right. And departments don't really intertwine. They don't really, you don't ask questions about in this department what's going on. You don't ask shit. But with Todd Bowley, they're coming in with this whole they're looking at Man City, they're looking at Liverpool, and they're trying to operate like that way. And in Man City and Liverpool, that's how they operate. You know, all departments are asking each other questions. It's not just one guy making the decisions. You know, there's a lot of people talking and making decisions, and a lot of data going on too. Mm-hmm. So I feel like because Tuchel didn't want to be involved in the hiring of a new technical director, they were like, you know what, Graham Potter, he has a history of doing it. Like he does it in a collective way, as in he brings his own technical director, he brings his own team, and he changes the culture of the clubs, of all these clubs he's managed. So I can understand why the owners want to go that way and bring that approach. Because I have a big theory that Chelsea are not going to be spending that much money in the transfer windows. I think this is the last time we're going to see that. I think this past summer and then in January,
with all these defenders y'all bought, it better.
So listen. With this summer and then in January, that's going to be the last time we're going to see much of a splash in the next summer. they may spend like 80 or 100, but it's not going to be a crazy like spending 200, 300 every summer transfer. I feel like once the coach has been like, all right, I've gotten like damn near all the pieces I need, I feel like they're going to back down on the spending. Because you look at the amount they're giving in the contract, they're giving like 6 years, 7-year deals. 4 year was the minimum deal that was given at this whole transfer window. They're all
thing is,
I don't know who said
it was that
long
Defro contract, boy. I don't know who said that on one of the pods.
It's all long contracts. So I feel like with that being the case, they're trying to build something, and then once that is built, they're gonna more like focus more on trying to build the stadium because they got rebuild the stadium. And plus, with a businessman, the way is you spend less to make more. The same way with Liverpool too. Liverpool don't really spend that much, but they're still a successful team.
But
so I think that's the method they're trying to go.
Mom, you see when Ten Hag came, right? It's similar to the Chelsea thing where like he's coming in, he has a lot of players that he didn't buy, and he's coming into a chaotic situation. But I feel like Ten Hag has that little bit of an authority where like you could see we wanted Ten Hag, we empowered him, right? And he also was given the license to make changes and demand things.
Right?
Right?
He came with demands. He said for me to accept. I don't even think it was like Man U. It wasn't like Ten Hag wanted the Man U job. It was Man U that wanted Ten Hag more than he wanted the job.
Facts. I'll agree with that.
No, but that's the same with Graham Potter, though.
Yeah, I mean, but Chelsea's more ruthless. You know what I'm saying? Man U were desperate. Chelsea is ruthless. Chelsea don't care. That's the 19 months. The manager who won Champions League.
But then we can't like it's like this. Yeah, listen, a whole tattoo show in it. What happened to you was bad, didn't it? But at the end of the day, you knew what was coming. He did it himself. He did it on himself because
he did it himself.
But he had enough leverage to do that though. But when you win the Champions League, you gotta have a little.
No, you don't. You did that. Now we move on. Like what's next? What the fuck? We're not about to just stay on what the fuck we achieved. We gotta move.
Because and look, 2 prime examples. When Man U was second, they bought Ronaldo, Sancho. They assumed they was gonna compete for the league. When Chelsea won the Champions League, they said, all we need is Lukaku and come check us out. And it didn't work out. So you see, you can't just assume stuff in those situations when it comes to like being a manager. So just because he did it, it's not the be all end all. Let's kick on. And the problem was Chelsea.
Make sure you're replacing him with like. But my thing, even and the point I was trying to get with the Ten Hag is Ten Hag has showed in the Champions League. Ten Hag won consecutive leagues with Ajax. So I don't feel like tell me what's his name? He's coming in there with authority, bro.
Yeah,
I don't think he's gonna come like you, bro. You're not gonna come in like what happened to Sterling?
Why not?
Like, bro, Sterling left City.
Why
bro.
not?
What happens? He stopped fucking with Sterling. But you, bro,
then he holds bench, bro.
Like, bro I played with.
Bro, listen.
That might be a problem in the World Cup year, bro. Sterling might cause a fuss.
Then he holds bench.
Sterling's our top. I think one of our top goal scorers. He's definitely not gonna bench.
I don't think Chelsea. I don't think Todd, Big Todd, would give 10. What's his name? Graham Potter. I think it's 4 or 5 year deal he gave him.
5 year.
He gave him 5. It does.
It don't matter, bro.
It does.
If you're gonna fire who won the Champions League within like 6 games, come on, bro.
Well, this does answer.
Let me say this. Let me say this.
Concern with if would Todd Bowley be like Roman Abramovich in firing managers and stuff. You brought it up.
I saw. I'm not gonna say the number. That's right for sure. But I think they spent over 60 million just to fire and hire Graham, fire Tuchel, hire.
If you add all
Potter.
Together, we're trying to pay Tuchel,
trying to pay Brighton. They spent 60 M's. There's no way they will give that money away without at least giving Graham Potter at least 2 years. At least 2 years. Minimum 2 years. Maybe 3.
Yeah, go on.
Maybe 3.
Yeah. And also just have quality players, bro.
So, and if you look at him, I was gonna say, if you look at Brighton as well,
the way they play
every year they look like they play better. Every year you watch
and
Brighton,
then they lose,
play
and they also
better.
lose players too in the process,
Exactly.
in the
I
same
also
process.
hear that it looks like Caicedo might also join.
I think he will. Yeah, I think he will.
Who?
I think he will.
Caicedo.
Who?
Caicedo.
Caicedo.
I don't think you really.
Caicedo, yeah.
I don't know if you've
From
noticed
Brighton.
him in it. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I the South American player, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. So it's like,
I mean,
if he's in a situation where players who are already miles above the players he's already have, and he implements his style of football, and they actually get it and they listen, bruv, I don't see why he won't eat. Like, I think obviously I do see a lot of struggling a little bit, just so because, you know, is like I said, let's take it back to United. They are still struggling with the Ten Hag system because it's not 100% there yet.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it's gonna take time. Yeah.
So let me ask you this: what is acceptable for Graham Potter this season? Or what is the fuck that? What's the minimum? What's the minimum?
Fifth.
The minimum?
Yeah.
Fifth.
Minimum fifth.
Yeah. Minimum, yeah. Fifth.
That's
100%.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like that's,
and even finishing fifth. I don't think Chelsea fans should be too.
We shouldn't be too happy finishing fifth.
Not even that. You shouldn't be too upset.
Not too happy and not too upset and not too happy too at the same time.
I think.
But also with the ego.
No, I was gonna say
ego thing. I just want to go on.
No, I was just gonna say quickly, but he should, if he is the manager, I believe he is. He should come out and say we're trying to remain where we are, as you know, I feel like
100% he will come out and do that. I don't think they're gonna address it like, because it's not really like a crazy turmoil that's happening at Chelsea. If you being totally honest, like with Yai's point of, he just won the Champions League. You know what I mean? Like, I understand why people will take that route because it's not that crazy bad that's happening. You know what I mean? Like the season just started. Like Tuchel could have made some changes and you know what I mean? She could have turned around. But I think it's like what BK was saying too. It's a new owner in town. They're trying to do it they're trying to do it a different way. They're trying to get away from the old method and do it a different method. So let me go with Graham Potter. Graham Potter is literally playing career mode right now. Like the guy went from Sweden in like the 5th division, from there to Swansea, from Swansea to Brighton, and now he's at Chelsea. You know what I mean? That's career mode right there. Yeah. So if I'm an owner, I'm a put money on that. Whether it works or not, we don't know. I don't know.
But it's a big risk.
It's a risk. Everything's a risk. You know what I mean? But it is a big risk.
We gotta talk about Chelsea's players in the midfield, like where the main problem is, if you ask me. Right?
Exactly. And that's where they gotta address.
Right. And that's because we can blame Tuchel for anything. Because I feel like Tuchel's issues are a combination of like him not being in agreement with the owners, missing out on Kante and Kovacic, you know, missing out on a few things. But if Graham comes in, he's still gonna have the problem of the players.
In the midfield.
Yeah. I mean, everybody was like, oh, Gallagher had a great season, bring him back. They brought him back. It hasn't worked yet for Gallagher. You know, Kante's not fit. Kovacic is like in and out. Jorginho is like somewhat. So how is he gonna fix those problems? For me, is the biggest question. About him.
Yeah, we'll have to see.
He'll be given time, but how is he gonna fix that? I think
for him to do that, he might have to play a back four for a little while, kind of pack that midfield in,
and just do like 3 in the midfield.
Yeah, pack it, man. Just pack it.
Yeah, because with Tuchel, he was trying to play the 2, but it's just 2 players that cannot stay. They can't hold it down by themselves. So just add a second. Just add a third person in there.
Add a third person in there and play one of your attackers maybe deeper than usual, because I think with your midfield, listen, I think you know how you was talking about you lot spending money next year. I think I will see him maybe get like you said, like a Caicedo, but then get maybe another midfield. I don't think he's only going to get one. I'll be shocked if he only gets one.
I think he'll get 2.
I think he'll get 2, and then he'll get a striker, because if you look at it, the keeper issue, I don't think it's an issue. Your back line, I don't think that's an issue. Everyone's quite young. Obviously, Thiago Silva, everyone else is quite young-ish. You know, they all got... And the midfield, I think, like we said, add 2 more bodies. It looks better, you know? And your attackers just need to click. So I think that is going to be... No, that is actually going to be the where we're gonna, because
Yeah.
let's say this.
Quick.
No, let me say this to you now. Imagine his first game, like your first game, you actually see your attackers assist and score a goal. You know them
Boy,
ones there.
Hey, don't give Lulu ideas right
boy.
now.
I'm gonna forget about Odegaard so fast.
That boy's celebrating right now, man.
I'm gonna forget about Odegaard quick.
because at the end of the day, yeah, we can all sit here and say all these things, good things about Tuchel, but Chelsea as an attacking unit have been struggling for a year now.
Mm.
As an attacking unit, you've been struggling for a year.
Attack can include midfield.
Yeah. But I would say midfield because the midfield's injuries.
The injuries. The midfield carries Chelsea. Like the midfield is the reason why Chelsea really be winning games. Kante just playing like these two people right next to cover kick. The midfield is the reason why it's just that they're injured. The attackers has always been the issue. Even with the year we won the Champions League,
it was always the
issue. I remember Real Madrid, we were supposed to win like 6-6. I mean, we still beat them, but we were supposed to score like 6. I can count the amount of games that we were supposed to score a lot of goals. The attack has never really clicked under Tuchel for some weird reason. It's never.
And he spent a lot of money on that attack. He spent a lot of money on that attack.
Well, he only bought Lukaku, Sterling. That's it.
And Oba.
Yeah. All those other attacks,
but then
that's mostly Lampard.
No, I think that was the board, not Lampard.
Well, the board, yeah.
Who the hell was giving Lampard 250, bruv? Gone, we move. But we move.
That definitely wasn't Lampard. Lampard don't know who the fuck Kai Havertz is.
Are you not forgetting? Bro, are you not forgetting? He had Kai Havertz playing centre mid.
He was playing in the midfield. I remember that shit.
Playing centre mid, bro.
Yeah.
That was dangerous.
Lampard, you were smoking on something crazy. Smoking on the J lamps.
The J lamps going.
Like,
but what's it called?
I was gonna say.
Kai's still living off of that Champions League goal, man. Final. So
yeah, man. I mean, at least he won us a trophy. You know, some people they just get strikers just for the vibes. You know,
hey, Bonda.
I said strikers for the vibes.
You talk about Jesus.
Call me.
So who has more Prem titles, Jesus or Ronaldo?
Oh shit! Hey, who is it? All round, even Ronaldo. Was there before.
Yeah, who has more Prems? Ronaldo or Jesus?
Yeah, but mom, certain things you don't answer, bro. You just let it go.
My internet is shaking.
Yeah, man. Shaking too.
I got the answer.
Oh shit!
I don't compare the goats to certain people, man. It's just wrong.
Fam, listen, we know who the goat is, isn't it?
It's not Jesus.
All I'm saying
we know the goat.
All I'm saying is, Jesus is in the same competition, isn't it?
I bet Jesus does a sue when he does a celebration.
No,
idol.
Nah. I've never seen him do a sue.
Yeah, no. Wrong Jesus you're talking about.
My point just stands, man. My point just stands, man.
Is it?
But no, I mean, we gotta talk about, bro. We look like we done, bro.
No, I was gonna ask you, Chelsea. I was gonna ask Lily. If your season, let's say you finish 5th and you don't go.
I got something I gotta ask after.
Yeah, let's say you don't go Champions League. Are you just gonna be one of them fans that you'll be like, I'm gonna give him at least a summer before you can actually start to, like, basically, I'm not saying that you're gonna write off this season, but are you just gonna not kind of focus a lot on where you finish in this season? If that makes sense.
Like how you perform, pretty much.
Yeah. You care about more how you
perform. More from. That's a good question. I think that I would prioritize the way we perform, because that is the reason why Tuchel got fired. So I want to see how we perform on the pitch. Is the football different? Is it more entertaining?
I think the owners don't really agree with that, because if you fire Tuchel this early in the season, that should symbolize that you're after results. Because I think that performance comes in hand when you've kind of given Tuchel a chance to bring up the results and it hasn't, i.e. fire him after January. I don't think you fire him 6 games in and be like, all right, we're going to write up the season, bro. You know what I'm saying?
6 games is too small to fire someone off of results.
It's not.
No, that is the only reason.
No, because I feel like they've been trying to. I feel like they were trying to fire him from last season. I don't feel like it was.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's what I'm saying. This result is not
like everyone says it's 6 games, but it's not. It's 6 games, but it could be spanned over 8 months, bruv. 7 months.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly. Like it's not like it's not like Todd Bowley just walking into a situation where he don't know what's happening in Chelsea. Like people before him kept him up to date and what the fuck is going on. And if people before him are saying Thomas Tuchel is hard to deal with, right? The football is boring. Home fans are not singing. It's dry as fuck because niggas just going down to the wing and passing down to the middle. Hakim Ziyech just fucking ass. Like there's a bunch of ass shit going on. So obviously they're firing him because of the way the team is playing on the pitch. Because we're scraping through results and getting nigga, how the fuck did we win the Champions League? Like nigga, when we won the Champions League, nigga, I was shocked. I'm gonna take that show. We won the Champions League, but I was shocked. We were not.
Can I just say, like they won the Champions League 1-0.
It's like when you move to a new apartment, right? And they just paint over the room. They don't fix shit. They just paint them over. That's what happened with Tuchel. I was saying this. Even when we won something, I was saying this, yo. They just painted over the problems.
Saying that, yeah, you were saying.
Yeah, I've been saying this. We just painting over the problem. So it's the way the team is playing on the pitch. And with Graham Potter coming in, let's see. Who the fuck knows? I don't know. But what on DK's question, I'm looking at the performance. How can these niggas perform on the pitch? Graham Potter, let me give you advice firsthand. Do not play Hakim Ziyech. Leave that nigga alone. Do not play that man. Don't play him.
Hakim Ziyech sound a lot more like Pepe. Left-footed maestro, you know.
Left-footed maestro. Left-footed no-so.
We all have a bunch of Pepes in our clubs, bro.
Left-footed no-so.
Oh, shit.
That's hilarious.
Why are you shaking your head? Jogger Bonito, fam. Shaking his leg and that, fam. Don't do that to me, fam.
Doing the swirls.
Man done one leg shake, fam. And all you guys on Twitter was going crazy. Yeah. All you lot was going crazy.
Who sang that song? Milkshake, Fergie?
What team did he do it against?
Who?
Fam, he tried to do what, a leg shake.
You tell me, you don't want talking, bro. I'm just asking you questions.
He can do that leg shake.
Who sang Milkshake? That's Fergie, right? Fergie sang that song Milkshake. My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. That's Fergie, right?
Nah, bro, that's Khalees, fam.
Oh.
Khalees? Oh, well, I saw on Twitter they were saying that he's the new Khalees because he be bringing the milkshake to the pitch. That's why I saw on Twitter.
Fam, he's just shaking his leg and man, them say Jogger Benito, fam.
Ma, let me ask you a question though, bro. Like I was curious. I'm talking about United now. I was curious to see the Europa League, right? I wanted to see how the players were going to like adapt to the Ten Hag system. Like how did you feel?
Go on them too.
How did you feel about how did you feel about the just like Ten Hag's changes and like how United played in that Europa League?
The rotation, yeah. I mean, I think I was looking at the starting 11, right? And I was saying this the other time that he has to rotate, and this will show him how much we are lacking in depth. And it wasn't even about the defense being poor. That game was gonna be at best a draw, right? Yep. We didn't have the threat. Rashford wasn't up there. You know, we didn't have like Eriksen and Bruno playing together.
Yeah.
But this shows him we lack the depth. Now I think that 11 can improve. There's room for improvement. Even the first
match fitness and everything.
Yeah, also. Even the first 11 isn't the best. Like they still have room to improve. But definitely he has to make some choices in the January window, and there's gonna be some big choices here. Because if he keeps
like people to leave,
yes, huge choices to make in the window. He has to bring in players and they have to sell. Man, you have to make sure like they can actually sell players.
I can't see you lot bringing anyone in January, bruv.
It's
hard to bring January.
And selling will be hard too because they're on high wages.
That's what I'm saying. But then like what do we want to achieve? That's the question. Because right now, United have shown that they want it. They want, like, benching Maguire has been the challenge, bro.
No, facts. You're right. No,
Benching
I
Maguire
agree.
for 4 games straight in the Premier League.
I can't lie.
What you mean? They show it.
They're showing like
if you wanted it, you would have beaten Real Sociedad.
This is on track.
Honestly.
This is on track to what Man you've been doing, yo. You play good in the big games, and then when it comes to people like Real Sociedad and stuff, you start losing points. Historically, this was
he made a lot of changes, though.
He made a lot of changes.
It don't matter. So did we, though.
Bro, Ronaldo was up top, and y'all made changes early. Y'all brought on Martinez. When it was 0-0, that's when y'all brought in the big boys, Martinez and them, and that's when y'all conceded. So you can't really say he made a lot of changes.
Did Rashford come? No. Did we play?
Rashford, Ronaldo. Are you? So you're saying what? Rashford is a Kia.
Sancho came on.
Kia player.
What the fuck
is a Kia? It's a Kia player. That's funny as shit.
I'm gonna get met with slander. All right?
Kia player.
I come off like I'm happy. But for this system, of play, Ronaldo is not gonna work all the time. He's not gonna work. I'm telling you this, and I hate to say it, but I've watched him enough times to know this style of play doesn't fit Ronaldo. Ronaldo doesn't link up the way, like Ronaldo's a target man. This game requires
what?
Yeah, he's a target man.
He is.
He's a target man. He doesn't have the space anymore. He had two.
Target man just sounds ugly.
And at Juve,
target man just sounds ugly.
For me, I feel like it was at Juve he changed towards the target man at Juve.
Yeah, because he's getting older. He's getting older. Yeah, I still adjust his game.
I won't call him a target man. Damn, that's crazy. That's a wild take to call Ronaldo a target man.
Like Ronaldo in the box, if ball on his feet, he will finish. Don't get me wrong. But like to run like Rashford like is doing, like he doesn't have that in him. You know what I'm saying? And right now,
a target man is like Giroud. That's a target man.
No, you're being too literal with it. What he's trying to say exactly what he's saying. Like Ronaldo's he's not running in behind as much. You know what I'm saying?
He's a to the feet in the air.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, got you. Okay.
He's changed like his game.
I can accept that one.
But go ahead.
And people would say like in Ajax, Sebastian Haller was a target man. Yes, I agree, but everybody around him knew how to interplay. We still don't have players that are still linking the way they need to link up top. If Sancho and Anthony and Rashford can really link up with Bruno in that midfield, then Ronaldo will be fine. We don't even need him to be running in behind, but we don't have that yet. That's why it's not going to work with Ronaldo right now. So I feel like that's
so. If you take that team that started against Arsenal, and you put Ronaldo up top, and then you put Ronaldo up top, it's not going to work.
Not going to work. Promise, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. We're still going to be deficient in a way. You know what I'm saying? Like we still will struggle. I mean, we win some games. Don't get me wrong, but is it going to be a perfect system? I don't see it.
Overall, yeah. No.
So your question in January, like, what players would you want shipped out? So ideally, in your head,
Maguire has to go, fam. He has to. Maguire has to go, but that's not gonna happen. We know this. Lindelof, I feel like Lindelof even can be better with. We've only seen Lindelof with Maguire. We haven't seen Lindelof with Martinez. We haven't seen Lindelof with Varane under Ten Hag. I think Lindelof is a ball playing midfield center. So he can rip through the lines, you know. He needs that confidence, but we haven't seen him. We've only seen him with Maguire, so that's another problem. But Maguire will have to.
The only way to get rid of Maguire is if y'all pay him out, like y'all pay him.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen.
Like to terminate his contract.
Dude, I've accepted it. It's not gonna happen. That's one thing. We also need like a left back and a right back.
A left back?
Shaw will not play again, man, for a while.
So y'all giving up on Shaw?
I give up. I've given up on Shaw a long time ago, man. I know Yai likes him. I've given up on. I mean, Ten Hag has given up on Shaw. I mean, what?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Like, I don't know if he was sick, but it wasn't a good look that Malacia played that game.
It wasn't. That was a
now. Yeah, but I mean, he didn't change none of the fullbacks too, so it's like, but it's still Shaw should have been one of the rotations he made.
I wanted to see Shaw.
I think so.
Yeah. Shaw for sure, but he doesn't trust him. He doesn't trust Wan-Bissaka going forward. That's not his.
Wan-Bissaka, I knew. I think Wan-Bissaka might be the ones to get shipped out.
He will.
You know what I'm saying? Like we'll get a replacement for Wan-Bissaka. I would have wanted Ethan Leg to stay because he had a couple good games.
He actually is solid. I like him.
Yeah, so I'm shocked that we gave him on loan and kept Wan-Bissaka. Yeah. But see, my thing was
you shouldn't be though. It's good that he's out there playing football.
Yeah.
No. I'm saying that I would have sold Wan-Bissaka
I'm saying it's
But
a
I see
good
what you're
thing,
saying.
isn't it?
He's playing game. Yeah. But I think
Yeah.
I think you could have switched Dalo and Wan-Bissaka, like, because Ten Hag's thing. I mean, he's seeming like he's like in the same thing as Pep. Like, he's gonna constantly make rotations. I don't think he's that. Even though he's kept the same team, but ideally he would want to make like tweaks every game, like make a change. And I think with that, Ethan Ladd might have had a couple opportunities. But if he was gonna just stay on the bench, fine. I'd rather him go play. But with the changes. With the changes, I wanted to really see how he was gonna adapt. See, I think Ronaldo had a good game in the sense that he was running, he was shooting, and he was building his match fitness up, bro. And I think once he gets that going and starts scoring again, then Ten Hag, he's still gonna have the issue, bro, about Ronaldo not his legs. But the one reason I keep bringing this Ronaldo thing is not even about because I'm the GOAT thing. I just think that we don't have goal scorers, bro. Like Rashford, I don't know if I can count for Rashford to score us goals in crucial moments. The one thing I keep thinking about in my head, when we're down 2-0, and even with the Sociedad, you saw it, bro. I mean, I know Ronaldo was even the one there, but when we're down and we need to score games to win, I do not trust that forward line to get us 2 goals when we're down like 1-0. I don't trust them, bro. I don't trust them with that.
I mean, with Arsenal, they we drew and they came back. They kind of came back in a way.
Yeah, I mean, not really. I mean, yeah, but really no, because like it was even. But when we're like, let's say we're down 1-0 down, they score like 50th minute. I'm not sure we're gonna win the game with those forward lines. Or also, I don't see them scoring against the odds. Like, bro, like that game. Remember that goal again? I always think about the Champions League when Ronaldo scored when that Mason Greenwood gave him that little lob and he just hit it. I don't see anyone in his team scoring those type of games when we're not supposed to score.
We are deficient. No matter how we put it, we are 2 injuries away from like going back to the old Man U.
Exactly.
2 injuries very, very easily. It's very easy for that to happen.
And that's my point. And with Ronaldo only has 1 season, bro. So I think that he should, and I think he also does. You can't just neglect him, but we have to find a way to keep Ronaldo at that point where he's still scoring goals. He's still able to help the team. Now, Rashford get in there. When Martial comes back, you talking all this hot shit in online right now, talking about Mourinho and how Solskjaer played you. Do it on the pitch, mate. I don't want to hear you, bro. Do it on the pitch.
I mean, I think there's foul play. I think the Man U health department, like there's some foul play that's
and that's what he said. And that's what he said when
like
he came
Rashford,
out.
the same thing. Like Rashford played with a shoulder injury for a whole season.
Yeah.
Or at least half a season. He was.
Yeah.
But then I don't feel sympathy to these players though. I don't, bro.
I do, because if what Martial was saying that
you're
only played when you were injured.
Man, bro. Tell them I can't play. Like, I'm sorry. Like, listen.
Yeah.
But look, but
wait, whose fault is that? Man U's fault? Why is that Man U's fault?
No, I said Martial has to hold blame, bro.
Yeah, but BK,
the
coach comes to you, right? And so it's like, I need you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know, like, you play. Do you play BK? You play football? Right?
Used to,
right? But you know, like that feeling of like, man, I have a little injury, but I feel like I can do this much. I can play it. Like, you are hungry. You want to play. I've played with injuries many times.
Yeah,
I'm still playing with it.
Remember, but in Anthony Martial's thing, he said he knew that he wasn't 100%, but he needed him. And then he said that even during his current situation where he lost his yard of pace, and he said he mentioned it or he done something.
Yeah, no, he said he told him.
Yeah, and he then exactly in that situation, if you tell someone after you've tried and they still need you, then you would have to say, nah, this one clearly he don't care about me. Because if you are injured and you try, but you can't keep going, but then they still tell you to try,
I'm not gonna blame the player 100% because I think like especially
at least 40%.
I think the manager has to bear that responsibility because if the player is telling you they're not fit and from the player perspective, this is the guy that's going to pick the player. This is the guy that's going to be in the press conferences. You know what I'm saying? Like, I kind of understand it. But my thing, I'm not even trying to get balled down with that. It's like, I just don't. I think that we need to get Ronaldo to a level. We need to get Ronaldo.
Yeah, we need quality, man. We need some quality. Like,
Yeah.
Even Fred. Fred had that. Oh my goodness. I mean, did you guys watch Fred this past game?
Yeah.
Horrendous.
Bro,
I mean, he was trying. Fred was trying.
Fuck that.
But man, it's Manchester United. I feel like we've dropped.
I've been telling y'all about Fred, bro. Y'all ain't want to hear,
so
bro.
bad. Like now
I've been trying to tell y'all.
We tell players like they're trying. Like Lou, I hear what you're saying, but it's more like it's Manchester United. Like we shouldn't be having players that are trying. We should have the best
quality. Yeah.
And Eriksen really proves that when he came, bro. You can see the changes.
And Eriksen, with all due respect, right? Eriksen is not gonna be starting in Man City. He might even start in Arsenal. He might struggle. I feel like he can walk into Arsenal.
He can start in Arsenal. He can start in Arsenal.
But like I'm saying, like that should be the bare minimum of midfield quality we need. The bare minimum is Eriksen quality. Yeah, Fred.
Yeah.
And McTominay. McTominay is. I mean,
he can start at Chelsea.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Mickey was thinking. I was looking at you. I was like, "What the fuck are you thinking about?"
Nah, do you know what it was? I didn't want to say the statement. I had to just scan your midfielders quickly.
Yeah, do a little quick scan. Yeah, but you can go back to Spurs and start too. But go on, man.
A fit Kovacic and fit Eriksen.
Yeah. But nah.
Wait.
Can I just say, listen?
No.
To my point, listen. To my, he can.
He's not
to my point.
I'm just saying
he can.
No.
To my point. To my point. Can I just say, Mohammed? I said it to you last year that when you lot would lose Pogba, you would see how your quality of midfielders would drop.
Yeah.
And it showed you, and you lot had to get 3 midfielders to get the quality back up.
Yeah,
Pogba never played, so
yeah,
Pogba never played. He did not play,
but his quality was on. Listen,
look. Hold on.
He was brave enough to say he was injured.
You know what this is? When I was in college, right? I applied for this job called Stemno. They offered me $21 an hour. I'm like, oh shit, I'm about to be making money. I got no hours, bro. So it don't matter if you give me $100 an hour and you don't give me no hours. It don't matter how much money you get. Pogba is
you're talking about quality. 1 season. No, I'm talking about Pogba's
since he's been
quality.
There, hasn't consistently played for Man United and hasn't consistently played well. So
he's had consistent years though.
He's not a United. Not a United.
He had that one
time. And throughout them whole years, he was your best midfielder.
But look, I don't talk
about to my point exactly.
Talk about Pogba. I ain't gonna go down
because
I'll leave the Pogba argument.
I was just trying to talk about the quality of your midfielders. That's all I was trying to say.
But I knew we needed quality, bro. I told y'all this. I was the one that was telling y'all that, bro, Fred and all these players shouldn't be playing. I know this. And
no,
but why did they sell Eric Garner? Why did they sell Eric Garner if y'all have in-house midfielders? Why did they sell him and not give him a chance in preseason?
I think it's to the mom's point that Ten Hag is trying to raise
no one
the quality.
Makes that Man United,
right? I think Eric Garner's at that point. Eric Garner's at that point where he needs.
What youth?
Listen, bro. Eric Garner's at that point where he needs to play.
I mean, Rashford.
Right? He needs to play, and he's not.
How long ago was that? 2013, bro.
There's no point in Eric Garner just staying in Man United and staying on the bench, bro. There's a buyback clause in his contract. So if he goes there and balls out, we can get him again. But like Mom said, we're trying to raise the quality, bro. So
yeah, we gotta raise the quality, man. Like all them Eric Garner stuff. Like we gotta move past that, man. Like McTominay is like the last type of player. That's the last time we're gonna settle for like quality for real.
I feel like if I'm a midfielder, right, and an agent is trying to negotiate with Man United, I'm definitely asking for way more money than y'all midfield because y'all let McTominay come in the midfield. I'm definitely. How much does McTominay make? If he make what?
McTominay does a job, bro. I'm not gonna let this McTominay slander go.
No,
McTominay does a job.
He's been doing a job for sure. He's been
doing a job. He be over there throwing people on the ground, wrestling and shit. He's doing a crazy job. He on a mission.
You always gonna need a McTominay in your team, bro. You know what I'm saying? You always.
I guess. So, but that can't be like your go-to man, though.
The point is that you can't have McTominay and Fred. That's the issue. You gotta have someone else.
Yeah.
And that's always been the issue, bro. Is the problem is, bro, and I told you I like Fred, bro. I like the way he plays, but it's just that the position he plays, he's always at that point where he has to make that crucial decision, and he always makes the wrong one. He shoots when he shouldn't shoot, bro. But every time I watch a game when Fred plays, I feel like I always tell him, nigga, why'd you shot? Don't shoot. I'm like, don't shoot, and he shoots.
I mean,
Bro, that pass he did for Ronaldo, if Eriksen made that pass, he would have got that to Ronaldo and he would have scored, bro.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we don't know if that's a fact because Eriksen did make a couple of passes in the game to Ronaldo and he didn't get to Ronaldo. So we don't know if that's a fact. We don't know. We don't.
Fred
there's a high chance that Eriksen would make the pass.
Yeah, bro.
Fam, I asked you how many assists Eriksen have. You told me like one. So we don't really know if Eriksen is really going to provide those assists for you guys. He's been playing good, but he hasn't been connecting though. Where's the assist?
The goals we've been scoring, Eriksen made the pass to who made that pass to get.
So he's like the third man passer.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's been like all the goals. If you look at it,
he's involved.
Whoever get the assist, Eriksen gave him that ball.
Assisted against Real Sociedad.
I mean, he was out. He didn't even play the full 90 minutes, bro.
He's playing with Fred, bro. Fred, who's he gonna connect to?
Nah,
exactly.
I mean, but he got passed it. He got passed it to Ronaldo though. He got passed it to his forwards.
No, but Fred was playing as a 10. Eriksen was playing as an 8. Fred was playing.
But why is that? But why is that?
Yes. We don't know.
Nobody
knows why. That's what I'm saying, bro. Fred was playing as a number 10. Like, he literally was up the pitch.
Like why he couldn't put Garnacho? Now you got to ask your manager questions now. Why are you playing Fred?
But no, Garnacho and Fred play different positions though. You can't compare those two.
You can't put Garnacho in the 10?
No, Garnacho's more winger, bro.
More winger. So who can you put in the 10? Who can you put in the 10 other than Fred? Like who can you put there?
But Donny was sick.
Why? Oh, he's injured. I was just about to ask, why is he not playing Van der Beek? Okay.
He's sick.
I'm sure he would have started Van der Beek for sure.
Yeah. I don't know. Zidane Iqbal can be a 10 too, but he's playing more as an 8. The other 10 will be Eriksen. Yeah, those are really 10s we have.
Can I be honest though? I feel like
I'm Bruno.
I feel like that game was a freebie. I feel like he wanted to use that.
No, yeah, exactly. No, 100%. And that's why I asked you that.
Freebie.
It was a freebie for him. He used it as a freebie.
Like, it's not a crucial game.
Yeah,
he definitely not a crucial game.
He used it to analyze the squad, bro. Yeah, that's how we started this conversation. He literally used that game to analyze the squad.
Yeah. I honestly think it's a free because like what? Well, we first game in the group.
So
it's the hardest team.
It's the hardest team in the group. And that's the first game. Obviously, we're gonna make adjustments.
And you lose at home.
Yeah, it's okay.
Bro, yeah.
Like I said,
and it's a freebie.
He took a risk. He took a risk.
What you mean?
Exactly.
You think Silas taking a freebie? What the fuck you talking about? What's a freebie?
Would you rather take a risk on your first game when you have like what 6 or how many you have? 6 games, right? Out of the 6, you take your first.
And now you know who you can use in as your first to replace the first.
But he been knew that in the preseason, bro. He been knew that.
No.
But then the thing is,
makes sense.
You didn't have Casemiro in the preseason, bro.
We didn't have that. We didn't have that.
No, but Casemiro is gonna start.
We didn't have Anthony.
The thing is, probably like obviously listen.
And they both started.
I hate what you lot are saying. We didn't have him. Yes, obviously your squad has changed. But my point is, freebie or not, don't lose that game.
Come on. You can freebie and not lose.
I don't think we're walking into the game trying to lose it. I'm just saying, like, he took the necessary risks for that game because it's.
But then, to be honest, he from his substitutions clearly he thought, bruv,
exactly.
I need to go back.
Exactly. And it was early too.
No, but I think y'all misunderstanding when he's saying it. He doesn't really mean when mom's saying freebie, it doesn't mean like he's like fuck it, we don't want to win this game.
No,
like him making that change shows that he was trying to win the game. But at the beginning, he's like, I want to use my squad. I want to see the squad. I want to see you guys. How do you play? How do you play in the system? How do you interact with each other? I want to see it in a game that matters. Like if he was, let's say that we needed to win this game to qualify, he's not playing that team.
Yeah.
That's what we mean by freebie. He put that team out to just
Thank
see
you.
like how the team is gonna play together.
Exactly.
You have
Next game.
If this is a game where like it's a must win, he would not.
He's not gonna play that team.
I'm saying.
So next game technically is kind of a must win. Will he go with the same team or will he go stronger?
There's no way he's gonna go with his best 11.
So now let's say he does go with the same team and then the circumstances happens again. Would you guys still call it a 3B or would you now start questioning your manager and why he's playing?
I mean, I'll question him for sure. He's not gonna do that.
I don't think he's doing it yet. We are all learning about Ten Hag right now. We all
100. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is like 6-7 games in. Like we're still learning about the team. This squad is still new.
I mean, all the preseason games, the way we played to the first game, the first game in the Premier League was completely different from the preseason.
So how could Man United have a new squad already, fam?
No, I'm saying for him, like to him.
Oh! I was like, new squad.
It's a new squad for him. Like,
but I like what he did, bro, because I think you needed to see that, and I think he may make a change. Like he may make, if he's gonna take a change, it'll be 1 or 2 changes. You may see a Casemiro start or instead of a McTominay, or you may see like a Ronaldo or something like that. But I don't think he's gonna change 4 or 5 changes. You know. But now he knows he now has a better idea of how these players are gonna play. He now knows, all right, Fred, I see you, bro. You know what I'm saying? I know how to use you, bro. You be tripping. You know what I'm saying? He now knows these different things. And to Mom's point, I agree. Like we need better quality, bro. You know what I'm saying? We need better quality. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting tired of Van der Beek. I mean, he hasn't played it, so I'm gonna calm down.
Van der Beek.
I'm gonna calm down a little bit on the Van der Beek case. All right, Mom. I'm gonna calm down a little bit because I feel like he's had a couple of chances to show. I mean, not this season, but I'm not sold on him, bro. I'm not really sold on the Van der Beek thing, but I feel like he's a good player, but the prem is a little different. So.
Man,
I don't know.
I think what it is for me, like when I watch I'm big on tactics, right, and football style and all that. So I watch like Ajax, right, and I watch like how they played and how they just understand the system, right. Even their team 2 years ago, you watch their games, and you watch United, and you just know that there's some players that are still. Like we don't have those profile of players.
Yeah, not doing what he wants.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's just an IQ thing. It's like how you see the game.
The game,
like how you see spaces, how you turn around, when to turn, what to do. Like Maguire, reason why everyone gets on Maguire, he's so slow on the ball. He gets the ball, he drags it once, twice, looks up, side pass. Yeah. And he doesn't even look like. And there's times where there's times where like he can drill the ball into the CDM. Just get it going. That's like confidence. You know what I'm saying? Like if you,
I was gonna say confidence. It could be a confidence thing, but that seems to be a team with United though, and their players. A lot of players that change with Martinez though.
But that Martinez comes driving. That's also ability too.
Yeah. He just came in. Martinez just came in. He coming in with his confidence. You see what I'm saying? Maguire was doing these things that y'all was saying. I remember Maguire, Leicester. He was known for being that English centre back coming out from the back with the ball. So I'm trying to figure out what happened. He's not doing these things no more.
Maybe the Pogba Juju left. Okay, I feel like
maybe. Papa gotta bring it back.
You gotta bring that back. Pogba left too much, man. That boy played his Walker.
Mape got it right now. Mape got it right now.
Fam, did you see the goal he scored in the Champions League? He's chilling, fam. He's chilling.
And I wanted to bring. So I want to say Neymar. Yeah, you got to put respect on Neymar name. Neymar is world class. Stop disrespecting the boy. Neymar is world class. Y'all need to respect him. Bro, you're all United fans.
Listen, there's nothing else we need to say about him.
Yeah, nothing else. So are we
the real jugger Benito?
We done, bro. We
done. Yeah.
Neymar's
the real jugger Benito, fam. I don't want to see this leg shaking nonsense, screaming, fam.
Milk shaking shit.
My guy's still traumatized from that, huh?
Yeah,
listen. It's not even him, fam. It's the fans, fam. It's the fans that annoyed me. The fact that man was shaking the leg and they went, oh,
like a stripper or some shit.
Bro, that annoyed me so much, fam. Shaking his leg, fam.
That's funny. Nigga thought it was in Atlanta.
No, but Mav, but listen. All jokes aside, I hope you lot understand what I mean.
I know what you're talking about, bro. That's like Cristiano when he came and he did that little overstep and he chop. I'm like, Cristiano.
Whoa, Ronaldo.
No, I'm not slamming.
No, this is like the fans.
They get excited.
No. I keep seeing this. Y'all keep whenever we talk about Anthony, y'all bring up Ronaldo. Are y'all trying to say
Lulu,
like
stop
Ronaldo?
fishing, bro. Stop fishing.
That's what y'all doing. That's what y'all doing.
Did you not see? Did you not see the clip of him doing the 12, like CR7 doing the ball skill, Anthony doing this? It's in Lulu. You might be onto something, isn't it?
They keep mentioning Ronaldo every time they say Anthony. I keep
thank y'all for showing up. And
yeah, do that.
Shout out to all the Atlanta strippers. You know what I'm
Going to the strip club to watch Anthony perform is wild.
That might be the next Fox podcast. We might have to do a podcast in a strip club in Atlanta, man. You know.
Oh, facts. We ain't talking about football on that one.
I'll be flying out that time, fam. You know that.
A lot of wild takes. You know, I heard they have the best strip clubs. I mean, the best wings over there in the strip club. So
yeah, we're going for the wings.
We're going for the wings.
Just for the wings, just for the protein. You know what I'm saying?
Protein, a lot of
protein.
Yeah,
you eat your protein, man.
Yeah,
right,
man.
Bro.
That was
Peace and
good.
love. Shout out to you, man. Go check out the pod.
Yeah.
Shout out to my man.
Like, subscribe, man.
Don't.
Like and subscribe.
It's the we all love. You know, it's the